In Canadian federal politics, the Canucks are represented by two separate yet unequal groups: the globalists who sold out and the opposition trying to salvage a country. These are their stories.
Well, welcome everyone. As chair of the mighty OGGO, I'm pleased to convene this meeting. Unfortunately, it's actually now the mighty no-go because, of course, the Liberals have prorogued Parliament, basically killing all committee investigations.
Hey gang, what's up? Aaron right here, Canadian Looney. So our OGGO committee is back, the Conservative side at least, pleading to do their jobs. This prorogation has been very frustrating. Just saying, it threw a glitch in my plan. Anyhow, let's take a look and a listen. Some of our favorites here. We'll show clips of these guys in action from the OGGO committee. Let's go. Let's take a look and listen. It's fun.
Brought some of the OGGO lineup with us today, and we'll turn things over first to Stephanie Kusi to explain perhaps one of the scandals that the Liberals have shut down the OGGO investigation into.
Well, Kelly, I wouldn't know where to start. There have been so many scandals. You've seen all of our Conservative colleagues. I got incredible people here: Michael Barrett, Larry the Brockstar, Kelly Block. It's true, and Garnet Janice as well. And we should be here in this room prosecuting all the scandals, the Arrive scam.
Well, do you know Stephanie Kusi? She flips out. She points the finger. Let's check.
Speaker, what's funny is that the worse the scandal, the quieter the House leader speaks.
Yes.
After 9 years, we have another scam in the Arrive scam scandal. We have 3 new cases of fraudulent billing that has been sent to the RCMP. Madam Speaker, this is now a total of 7 cases that have been sent to the RCMP of fraudulent billing. Canadian taxpayers have been scammed a total of $5 million in this Arrive scam scandal, fraudulent billing. So why is this government always intent on giving money to fraudsters and scamsters while Canadians are lined up at food banks?
Yeah. The Green Slush Fund. We've seen McKinsey. We know who the master of McKinsey was: Mark Carney. Carbon tax Carney, conflict of interest Carney. None of that is happening here in this no-go room. But it's not just me who is feeling the pain of not being here. It's all of my OGGO colleagues as well. It's Canadians who are not hearing the truth about all of the shenanigans of the Liberal government and of Mark Carney, who's going to take over the helm and who is just like Justin. And with more on that, I'm going to pass it over to Michael Barrett.
Yeah, thanks very much, Stephanie. It really is unbelievable that after 9 years of a government of serial ethical lawbreakers, that when the going got tough, they shut down Parliament, where Canadians elected their members of Parliament to send here to hold the government to account. And we know that carbon tax Carney is also known as conflict of interest Carney.
Approve the $9 million
this is again
luxury
the strategy
condo
that Michael uses, which is to interrupt
Tom
me.
Clark.
Michael, can you just stop? I'll just finish.
So,
I promise it won't be long. I just want to finish my sentence.
Point of order, Chair.
Yep. Mr. Barrett?
Okay. So, in spite of the minister's hostile response to my first question, she was afforded equal time to the amount of time that I posed the question, even though she didn't answer it. I asked a second question, and she was afforded equal amount of time to the length of the question, and she was able to do with that what she wished. Now, if the minister wants to interrupt me, that of course is not in order at this committee. So, Chair, could you please provide clarification to the minister that she will be afforded the same amount of time to respond as the amount of time that I posed the question?
MP Michael Barrett from Ontario is pretty intense, eh?
This is a guy who served as a senior advisor to Justin Trudeau for 5 years, but Canadians have no idea what the profits were for his mega corporation while he was advising the government, because he's refused to be transparent with Canadians. And so we've had to demand answers through our parliamentary committees. And that's because the media, frankly, hasn't been asking any questions of Mark Carney about how much he's profited. So these are the kinds of things that we should be investigating at committee. And I'm going to turn it over to Larry Brock.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair.
No, sir. Sir, this is my time. Sir,
talk about this, but do not bring my wife into this.
Sir, this is my time. I'm asking you the questions. Thank you. I'm merely referring to an email.
Point of order.
Sorry, Mr. Brock, we have point of order. Go ahead.
Michael, this team right here, we are exceptional prosecutors. We have been doggedly just chasing scandal after scandal after scandal. We've been completely denied the opportunity of finishing the job because of the selfish actions made by Justin Trudeau and the Liberal government. But
this prorogation has been very frustrating. Just saying, it threw a glitch in my plan.
I can assure you as Canadians, the story will not go away. We will continue after the election. If the prorogement ends, we will continue to prosecute to get you the answers, to get you the documents that we have demanded to ensure that there is full transparency and accountability. Over to you, Kelly.
Thank you, Larry. I guess my next question does refer to the Auditor General's report. Why did you not pursue the alternatives given to you by PSPC to make this contract competitive? And you know, while the Liberals would like you to forget all about their ethical failings and their wasteful spending, we won't let them forget. We won't forget about Arrive scam. We won't forget about McKinsey, and we won't forget about the $9 million condo that we were all digging into and making sure that Canadians understood exactly what this Liberal government was up to.
So, folks, this is the government operations team that has been working on behalf of the Conservatives, on behalf of you, common sense Canadians, to prosecute Liberal scandals at the Government Operations Committee, OGGO. But now OGGO has become no-go as a result of government prorogation, as a result of the Liberals shutting down Parliament. Our Government Operations Committee has not been able to meet. It has not been able to meet to continue digging into critical issues of Liberal scandal, such as my colleagues have mentioned.
You're the procurement department, though. You're responsible for overseeing government procurement. This is a very serious allegation from one of the leading Indigenous organizations in the country. Do you have an opinion on it at all?
I do not have an opinion, and I would refer you to request that question to the Indigenous Services Canada.
Okay, that's very striking. Most of the companies are shell companies, according to this program, and you're responsible for procurement, and you don't have an opinion either way. The government
We were supposed to have hearings happening this month. We're supposed to have hearings happening right now, digging into outrageous abuses of taxpayer dollars. But Liberals shut down Parliament. They shut down committees. So this is the first meeting of the no-go committee. OGGO has become no-go, but we will continue to do all the work we can to get to the bottom of these Liberal scandals. Please help us get the word out about what is happening and what the Liberals are trying to do to hide from accountability. We will continue these investigations in whatever way we can to get to the bottom of how your hard-earned tax dollars are being abused by this NDP Liberal government. Thanks, everyone. We're going to keep working on your behalf and holding this government to account. This meeting of the No-Go Committee is now adjourned.
In Canadian federal politics, the Canucks are represented by two separate yet unequal groups: the globalists who sold out and the opposition trying to salvage a country. These are their stories. Let's go for a spin. So, what do you think